I happened upon a number of kind of junker video game systems. None of these are functional. I got everything that you see for $40, and I figured, why not? That's not so bad, and maybe I can fix some of these up. So it's exactly what I'm going to attempt to do. The Wii's and the GameCube apparently do not read discs, and the Game Boy, I was told, doesn't even turn on. So I plan on doing maybe a couple videos about these, and this first one I'm just going to start with. First thing I'm going to do is just turn it on and test it out. Interestingly enough, it was given to me kind of already taken apart with a bag of screws. It's really strange. So we have a game in here. Let's see what happens. So it is not reading the disc. The seller did tell me that they attempted to clean the lens right there. The noise that the machine was making when I turned it on indicated something else might be wrong other than the lens being dirty. You can see the lens is on a slider. It can slide back and forth, and this motion feels kind of stiff, like something is clogging it. So I'm wondering if that might be the problem instead of the lens itself. All right, well, I mentioned earlier the seller gave me bags of screws. These ones are just for the top lid, but these ones I'm not exactly sure what they all go to. And there's a battery, which is interesting. GameCube has one in it, so not sure what's up with that. The point of me saying that is because I noticed that this whole disk drive unit actually can just pull straight out, and I think normally you're not supposed to be able to do that without undoing some hardware. But anywho, since this is coming out, we will jimmy it, get it out there, and take a look on the underside. Well, after spending way too much time on this thing, I think I've narrowed down the issue to actually be nothing to do with the laser calibration or the cleanliness, but actually the motion of this slide here. So it's smooth until right there, and then it jams up. And then to get it forward more, you really have to push it. Slide it back, smooth all the way back in that direction, but right there it stops. See that gap? I think it's not getting far enough forward with the motor control to actually read the disc where it needs to, and thus it errors out. Now, I don't know how to deal with this, really. I think the only thing I can try is just remove these screws, or however you take this thing apart, and see if something dirty is jamming this up. Full disclosure, I've never taken one of these apart before. I don't really have any idea what I'm doing. Sometimes you just have to admit to yourself that a $10 GameCube that doesn't work isn't that important to you. So if it breaks, it breaks. Let's get started. Now that's pretty tight there. Let's pull this one out first, probably. So there's a clip right here. And right here, apparently. Okay. Easy now. Still feel, oh. Get that out. Don't need you anymore. So this gear train is probably my main interest. As I mentioned before, this slider here sticks. right there. But on the reverse side, we can see there's a little gear system here. So I'm going to try and get a closer look in there, see if I can find what's happening. I think the issue is actually in the gears probably have some gunk in them. I can't see it yet though. That feels smooth. So does that. Okay, so I actually found the problem. And I have no idea how this happened, but right there, there's a white clip that goes under this black clip. And before it was pushed out in front of it, and I just slipped it back under, and now the action is extremely smooth, even on that end part that was previously binding up. To demonstrate it better, I removed it and recreated the incident. This is what it was like installed in there, but clips back like that, and now when I put it in, everything is smooth. Oh man, I'm getting hopes that this is actually going to work after this. Put that back through there. Can we get, okay, that's in. That one's in. And that's in, okay. That feels good. Flip it over. Better. Should probably screw it down first, but I'll just plug this in right away. Okay. So let's kick on the old meter and have a read. 246. As I understand from some random person on Reddit, this should be around 500. So let's give it way too much at once. $463. I'm a fan of that. After I almost drop it, let's put it back in. Wow, I got so caught up in the excitement of it all that I forgot to plug that thing back in. Just gotta find that sweet spot. Okay. My gosh, the excitement got the better of me again. Gonna want this one too. Give this a quick once over. Is everything plugged in? Fool me 3 times. Shame on me. I think we're good. Moment of truth. We're in. It works! Get this thing back together. She works. Pretty happy about it. I was a little nervous there. To the best of my knowledge, this is now a functioning GameCube. Let's try and prove it. Yay, it works. Cool. Well, I think we're done here. Well, this one was a bit of a doozy. It's kind of interesting that the laser itself, as well as the kind of calibration of it with that potentiometer, didn't seem to be the issue. And instead, it was simply that gear inside the drivetrain for the movement of that laser kind of binding at the last step prevented the console from getting that laser where it needed to be to read the disc. not a normal issue I think you'd see with a GameCube like this, so I'm glad we were able to figure that out and fix it. Now that that's taken care of, we have a good system, ready to play some games, and that's good news. So, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.